And
Solid waste bylaw.
oh, you got a team with you here.
Parole. 10 minutes.
Item 10, 10 minutes.
10. Parole
And Rodney,
and
he wasn't like
Sophie in.
so quickly.
Samoan.
Helgard now.
Oh, Helgard.
I took him out first.
Helgard, your experienced team. So, what do you got to tell us about this one of using solid waste for land purposes? Is it?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I've got Helgard here with me, who was with bylaws earlier, but now is part of the Waste Solutions team. So we've got him as the program manager for the WMP. And I've got Sophie in here with me as well, who is the specialist in the bylaw area in my team. Just a quick brief overview of what you've got in front of you. We had the WMP, or the Waste Management Plan, adopted in 2012. Soon after that, we adopted a solid waste bylaw, which helps deliver on the waste management and minimization plan. Within the bylaw, there were requirements for licensing operators that collect, transport, and dispose of waste, and there are also requirements for licensing waste facilities. This kicks in, facility licensing kicks in for the entire region from end of October, beginning of November this year. What we've brought in front of you is a control which just merely clarifies what that licensing, on what facilities can we actually license, because the bylaw requires all facilities to be licensed except for clean fills. And what we had done in the bylaw previously, that clarification wasn't there in terms of what that clean fill material might mean. So we've done consultation within the council family, talked to people in the unitary plan space and other areas where there might have been development around this issue. And we've had a brief interaction with industry as well in terms of what we are talking about and how that might impact them and what their views might be on what clean fill material is. And this is what has come in front of you as a control, which is basically clarifying what those definitions are. So it's not changing the intent of the bylaw that was passed by council in a couple of years back, but it is just clarifying and making it clear for us to then go on and license those facilities.
Righto then, people. Is there any questions of the team? No questions? Mr. Wilcox?
I'm happy to move, Mr. Chair.
No, Mr. Wilcox got a question.
So I'm looking at this. Do we have a definite number of how many of these clean fills, etc., that we have?
Through the chair, we don't have a definite number as of date. We can go by what are the numbers that are consented and the information that's held by council at the moment. But as we explore this area in the future, we will get to know more. And we have been requesting people to tell us where they have information on where these might be as well.
Yeah, I just want to know how will that process occur? I mean, I've seen landfills that people have had permits for from the 1960s.
Very difficult ones in the west.
Just trying to want to understand what that process is going to be. I mean, for the general public.
So in terms of the workshops that we did with industry, we collated a whole list of consented clean fills, both present and expired. And we also did some research mostly online in terms of clean fill facilities. We ended up with about 130 different companies, but we are aware that there will be some that we don't know of. However, as part of the collectors and transporters licensing, they have to report data to us monthly on where they're taking their waste, and so hopefully this will sort of close that loop on where that waste is going, which will obviously bring up some new sites that we weren't aware of, but it is a sort of ongoing process.
Through the chair, there is also, within the industry, they would like to tell us the ones that are not licensed as well. So there is a bit of that in terms of the ones who get licensed. They will be able to tell us the others that are not under the same umbrella.
Just one more further.
Yep.
So why I'm asking this question is that I had experience with a demolition crew who actually demolished a building and then carted it onto an unlicensed, unknown clean field. Are you saying that now anybody applying for a demolition order will have to report back as to where they've dumped the stuff?
Yeah, if they meet the 20 tonnes per annum that they're transporting as waste, then yes, they will have to be a licensed waste collector and report that data to us. We have been working with members of that industry as well through the transportation and the fill site aspect of this work.
Do they pay tip levy?
Pardon?
Do they pay the tip levy?
The landfill levy, the levy is only on landfills at this point in time. It's not on clean fills.
Councillor Webster, sorry.
Yeah, thank you very much, and Parul, this is great. There's some real problematic clean fills, and as you know, in the Taupaki area and Red Hills, you know, movements of trucks, so hopefully this will sort something out in there. Whether they're legal or illegal, it's causing huge problems, so you all know where I'm talking about. Thank you. I'm happy to second this.
Okay, it's moved by Councillor Penrose, seconded by Councillor Webster. I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Declare that carried.